Hey there, everybody, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Activision today. We spoke about Activision yesterday and how Microsoft might be putting all their eggs in one basket with Call of Duty, and I kind of, I felt like that was probably a bad idea, but now that idea is even worse than ever, and we're going to talk about why. So let's cue up the music and we'll get right into it. Alright, so first off, report. Call of Duty developer Activision installs DEI officers on every development team to ensure the message is propagated. These idiots are never going to learn, man. They're never going to learn. Now, Call of Duty is an institution in gaming, okay? I'm going to tell you that straight up. No matter how much garbage they throw in there are enough mindless zombie gamers that will just buy every iteration of this game year after year after year just to play it. I get that. I'm not, not trying to be insulting, but there's people that just, that's all they play is Call of Duty. That's the only game they ever play. And if that's what you like, cool. Have fun with it, But know what you're getting into and know what you're supporting here, guys. That's what I ask. So a new report claims that Call of Duty developer Activision installs DEI officers on every single development team in order to ensure the message is propagated. This new report comes from former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern and his developer contacts and friends. Kern posted on X that bonuses and reviews for Activision employees depend on how hard you DEI. He also stated that DEI officers are installed on every development team to ensure the message. Furthermore, Kern relayed, of all the AAA studios out there, my dev friends and contacts who have come forth to tell me that Ubisoft and Activision are the very worst. I'm not surprised. Ubisoft is just... they've turned into an utter garbage factory, and I don't think I'll ever buy from them again. They would need to change from the ground up before I even considered going back to them for an Assassin's Creed game or a Far Cry and all that. I've got a lot of their old stuff I haven't played through. I'll play through some of it here and there, but honestly, it's all been ruined now, pretty much by their disgusting actions and the way they are. I don't even want to promote them at all. That's how it goes, But whatever. To top it off, Kern shared an internal document that he alleges was sent to Activision employees last week that details all the diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives the company engaged in over the last year. Ken claims this is just one of multiple DEI emails sent out weekly in a deluge of propaganda. Why do you need to send this kind of message out weekly? That's only one of many that are sent out. That's crazy. It's absolutely stupid. Let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail here. Here's where they're sucking themselves off, talking about some of the progress they've made over the last 12 months by creating a mentorship program, releasing 10 episodes of Press Pause Season 1. I imagine that's some kind of internal video series or something like that where everybody goes around filming how diverse they are and then kissing each other's buttholes over it and, that kind of thing. They kicked off their talent acquisition DEI roadshow with some studio leads to deep dive into opportunities to expand their talent reach. Celebrated several meaningful moments to spotlight culturally relevant recognitions and heritage months. I'm tired of everything being a something something day or something something month. It's absolutely stupid. Worked with a number of minority-owned business enterprises to create experiences for our employees during celebrations in partnerships with our internal event teams, and so on and so forth. There's a whole bunch of garbage in this thing to look through. The internal document is signed by Casey Morris, Activision's Officer of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Of note, the document details that not only has the company been indoctrinating employees with woke ideology through various diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, but it's bleeding into game design. Yeah, no crap. One bullet point reads, made meaningful strides with collaborations between Inclusive Game Design, IGD, and our Marketing Creatives team, like with the representation of the King Koa operator skin and the inspiration behind its development. The King Koa skin was released as part of a Veterans Day Warrior Pack and was inspired by retired Navy Petty Officer Benjamin F. from American Samoa. Benjamin F. What's his last name? I mean, I'm all for honoring a real veteran and all that, but, now, here's the problem with this. This makes me wonder, is he being honored because he was Samoan, or is he being honored because he did great things? There's a big difference there. I never want to be remembered because I'm white or a guy or straight or anything like that. I want to be remembered for the things I did, the things I had control of, the people I touched, the people I changed their lives or maybe opened their eyes on some stuff. You know, I don't get the whole inclusion thing. Anyway, in other notes, created the IGD Council, comprised of external experts to act as an additional layer of expertise to share input on our content review processes in partnership with our IGD team. So external experts, I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that's something like Sweet Baby Inc. or Black Gamer Girls or one of those stupid companies that go in there and offer their opinion and soak up some of that sweet, sweet development money for nothing. Bring nothing of value to the table. Let's take a look at Casey Morris. I'm kind of curious. Oh, look at her. Here you go. Millennial black woman. That's a shocker. Yeah, she probably studied, racial discrimination in college, maybe gender studies, stuff like that. Probably had a feminist minor in feminism. Yeah, wouldn't shock me one single bit. All right. Well, there's also some suspect bullet points that appear to indicate the company is engaging in quota-based hiring and contracting. One bullet point reads, kicked off our TA DEI roadshow with some of the studio leads. We read that one. And the other one we read too, worked with a number of minority-owned businesses. There's a lot going on there. Now, while the document claims XP Equity is open to all employees, a brief overview of the program makes it clear that it has a certain focus on individuals based on their race, sex, sexual orientation, ethnicity, age, and disability. The overview states mentoring proves to build skill, networking, and confidence. The XP Equity Mentoring Program is a program open to all Activision employees with special focus on supporting individuals who are part of diverse groups, including race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression, age, disability, etc., etc. They have to put an etc. in there now because there's so much stupid crap going on out there within our employee population. I don't know. I don't know when I woke up in this alternate universe where everybody celebrated everything about them. Even, some people like I miss the days when your perversion you kept at home, right? If you were a pervert, you kept it at home. You did what you wanted to do behind closed doors. Your neighbors didn't need to know about it. Your family didn't need to know about it. Not everybody on the internet needs to know about it. Now everybody's weird perversion is out in the open, and now they're creating support groups for it. It's like, oh, I like to dress like a goat and poop on my partner's chest. It's like, well, what the hell, guys? You guys are weird, man. It's just such a weird freak show out there. I'm tired of it. Everybody should go back into the damn closet at this point. But anyway, as far as the idea that DEI officers are installed on every development team, the company's president, Rob Kostich, declared as part of the company's DEI report, and I'm going to show you this report, that it's a critical component in their future success. Our journey towards fostering DEI began years ago, fueled by the passion and stories shared by our employees. To fulfill our vision of becoming the most inclusive blockbuster games company, we have embedded DEI in every aspect of our operations. Yeah, that's it right there. So this is all part of a larger thing here. It's called, here, let's get to the top of it. It's called the Rundown 2.0, the 2023-2024 Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Report. And, look at the first picture here. This is how they kick it off, Anyway. So this is long. This is 30 some odd pages. I did save this on my computer, but I'm going to put a link to it here so you guys can look through it on your own and read about some of the things that are on here. And it's such a weird journey to go through this because as you read through it, they keep hammering the same points at you over and over and over again. And it almost feels like indoctrination into a cult. This type of thinking and these type of behaviors now have almost achieved a religious level of fervor, the way these people treat these things. And it's weird because, like, liberalism, I've often said, it's like religion without a central dogma to it to ground it and give it a moral center. It's completely amoral, it's completely despicable, and it seems to take everything bad in humanity and celebrate it and just mishmash it all together into this big putrid soup that it's just vile. As a normal critical thinking human being, I look at what these guys say and do and think, And I'm appalled by it. It's absolutely vile, But anyway, so yeah, they got 3 sections to it: our people, our games, our reach, and it's all just insane. And this obviously was a PowerPoint presentation. I could see them all sitting around in their Zoom meeting going through it, and yeah, whatever, guys. You're a bunch of idiots. I hope, and I don't say this, I don't like saying this because I don't like watching people lose, but I'd really like to see this company take a brutal hit and have to get rid of all this crap, get rid of all these people that are doing this kind of stuff, and just focus on making good games. If you make good games, they're going to sell. That's it. Look at this. Our race and gender, our numbers. Race and gender 2023. They have a pie chart here. 61% white. 17% Asian. Hispanic, 10%. 2 or more races, 7. Black, African American, 4. Native Hawaiian, less than 1. Less than 1 for American Indian, right? That's their race. Okay. So they call Asian now white adjacent. It's something that these people say a lot. You saw it recently in the whole Assassin's Creed Shadows thing, where they replaced the Japanese character, a character that should have been Japanese on every level, with a black guy, because they don't consider Asian people to be people of color or any of their own ethnicity anymore. The left sees them as white adjacent because they have all the same benefits and all the same privileges as white people, apparently. So in that case, you're looking at this company is 79% white at that point. Yeah, you guys doing a great job on diversity there. Woohoo. 79% men, 20% women, 1% non-binary, and less than 1% something else. Excuse me, I kind of gagged on that idiocy a little bit there. But yeah, it goes on and on and on. Inclusive people experiences. I will link to this so you can go through and read all this. Do take a break every 5 to 10 minutes so you don't get fully indoctrinated and turn into a idiot. Here we have something inclusive game design from Adrian Letta. I looked this guy up. This guy's got rainbows all over the place on his profiles, and probably his pronouns too. Or he might be that 1%, I don't know. But inclusive game design is a key part of our DEI roadmap. We know that when games are designed to include as many people as possible, our industry will grow to embrace all people. Actually, you're kind of wrong there, Adrian. A game that's made for everybody is a game that is made for nobody. I like a certain type of game, and if you put everything I like in a game, great, I'm going to play it. But my girlfriend doesn't like everything I like in a game, so she may not play it, right? But if you put stuff in the game that she likes that I don't like, well, I might not play it. And then, then there's the kid. He likes a certain type of game. If you don't make a game for everybody, dude. You make good games, and the people who like them are going to buy them. But yeah, this goes on and on for pages and pages, and I think our friend is here again. Casey, where is she? Where is she? Here she is, at the very end, spouting her garbage. Casey Morris, PhD, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer at Activision. Yeah, I have a feeling this backlash is it's going to hit these guys hard. Now, again, it's a big IP. It's not going to shut it down by any sense of the imagination. Just like Assassin's Creed is still going to be somewhat successful, just because the IP alone has such name recognition and there's such a large fan base for Assassin's Creed games that it's going to sell. Now, will it sell well? Will it be a blockbuster? Is it going to make tons of money, or is it just going to be like another mediocre Assassin's Creed game that sells enough to keep the IP moving forward, but doesn't sell enough to break any records or make anybody totally ecstatic? It's probably going to be lukewarm in its reception, decent in sales, probably a mid-70s game on Metacritic, probably a little lower on the player score. I'm guessing the player score will be in the high 60s, 68, 69, somewhere right around there. Probably 72 to a 74 on Metacritic. We'll check back in November and see how those numbers panned out. But yeah, so what do you guys think of this? Do you think this is a smart move for Activision, and for Microsoft? I mean, here they are. They're taking the game's not going to be... I guess they really have nothing to lose if they're putting the game on Game Pass. It's going to be free anyway, so people are going to play it. But people outside of the Game Pass ecosphere, what are they going to do? Are they going to buy it? I would, I don't play COD games anyway, but I would definitely stay away from anything from Activision. Now, I regret buying Diablo after reading this. I'll never spend another dime with Activision as long as this kind of garbage is being espoused in there and they treat their people like a cult, trying to indoctrinate them all into thinking, into this weird thinking. Ugh. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I've had enough. I'm getting a headache from this. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.